All right, all right, all right. We are in the building. I got my whole crew with me, bro. Mark and Mark. We got my
Salute.
brother. We got my brother Shaq Diesel in the house. Professor Shaq, we call him the Shakologist.
Yes,
And
sir.
my
Yes, sir. How you good gentlemen doing on this beautiful afternoon?
Excellent.
salute,
Salute.
salute, man.
Excellent, bro.
We finna light it up today, y'all. FBA Friday. Hey, ain't you
Mm.
glad you? Aren't you glad you're an FBA brother, Mark? Huh?
Oh, I'm so glad. The eyes are open, brother. The eyes are open.
Bro, Shaq, what about you? You are you happy that you're an FBA brother? You with us, Shaq? Did we lose you?
It's, on, it's only one original, baby. There's only one original.
Correct.
Can't be duplicated.
Hey,
Yes,
so man, one original. Can't be two and three and four and five. Exactly. Salute, salute, salute. Hey, listen. FBA Friday, Free Man Friday. I'm a free man. So over here at Urban Matters, we're free thinkers. You see what I'm saying? We a lot of times we understand what it's like to be a business owner, and we don't come here shaming us. See, and I'm gonna just go ahead and be frank with y'all, man. I got into a few back and forth today online today on the social media world. Guys trying to be in their feelings. One thing I hate, bro, is a sassy dude that get in his feelings
Mm.
and don't show strength and leadership. You want somebody to fix your problems. You want to cry to somebody about your problems. And man, you got to understand these people know how to use trigger words to get you in your emotions. Politicians are great at it, especially the Democrat Party. They are masters at it. And so we're gonna talk about today. This is what we're gonna be talking about today. And I know a lot of y'all seeing this fake cosplaying tether right here trying to run around and fool foundational indigenous black Americans and getting on the front line. This ain't nothing but another Black Lives Matter. This is all this is. And see, this is what the Democrats do. They'll invest in all of these fake groups, these fake advocacy groups, these fake grassroots groups, and try to get you on board because they know you all the power. I think Brush Shaq was saying something about that today, how we are the culture. And if our culture does not partake in their movements, it never gains any type of leverage. It never gains any leverage off of the ground. And so that's where we're at today, man. We want to have this discussion about this, and we're gonna play a few clips today, and we're gonna show y'all, and we're gonna break down to y'all, and we're gonna expose this bird song fake so-called Democrat Panther Party guy. I call him the Democrat Panther Party leader. I'm gonna show
Right.
you. I'm gonna show you where this guy he been claiming he Crips. He's been claiming that he's NAACP over the last 2-3 years, and we finna get ready to expose this guy, and we finna show you some of the trickery and some of the trick bag stuff that the Democrat keeps trying to pull. Instead of them just saying, "Hey, let's get Black Americans and sit down to the table," like Ice Cube say, "Let's come up with this contract with Black America. Let's sit down," because if we don't, there's gonna be anarchy. And if you pay attention to those protests that are going on in Minnesota and a lot of these blue cities, Philadelphia, wherever, that's where this guy here is from, Philadelphia. He's trying to play like he in New York, talking about safe light repair, safe light, talking about he's gonna blow a hole in an
Mm.
ICE agent's chest if they run up on him. But yet and still, you see no actual proof that this guy is a resistance. He's fighting. He's just always seems like every time conveniently in front of a camera talking shit. It's like it's scripted, man. And I mean, y'all gotta. Okay, I'm just let this here speak for itself, man. I'm gonna just let this speak for itself right here.
This guy right here, Paul Birdsong, the guy who's going around screaming he's the new chairman of the Black Panther Party. I want y'all to take a look at this footage right here that I found.
Chief of an interview we did 2 weeks ago with a protester. He talked about protesters in Portland being taken in unmarked vehicles by agents. But during the interview, he talks about gangs in Lansing.
You come try to snatch one of us, the rest of us gonna blast your. You better do that while we not with each other. And then you come to in Sandhurst with the Pyrus and the gangster disciples is linked up at and try to snatch somebody over there. I dare you. Make sure you get this in Sandhurst. That's Sandhurst. Come over there trying to take somebody.
Let's start it over again.
All y'all now are familiar with this guy right here.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to Urban Matters Free Man Friday, FBA Friday. We on this Birdsong guy right now.
Paul Birdsong, the guy who's going around screaming he's the new chairman of the Black Panther Party. I want y'all to take a look at this footage right here that I found.
Chief of an interview we did 2 weeks ago with a protester. He talked about protesters in Portland being taken in unmarked vehicles by agents. But during the interview, he talks about gangs in Lansing.
You come try to snatch one of us, the rest of us gonna blast your. You better do that while we not with each other. And then you come to in Sandhurst with the Pyrus and the gangster disciples is linked up at and try to snatch somebody over there. I dare you. Make sure you get this in Sandhurst. That's Sandhurst. Come over there try to take somebody.
Not only do we have that footage, but come to find out, your man's is a sexual offender. Sexual offender. Register, sexual offender. He gotta register. This is why I keep telling y'all. Y'all keep trying to argue with me in the comments. Y'all have to stop blindly following people that just pop up out of nowhere with a cause. This man is an agent. He is an agent that is working for the government in some way, shape, or form. I do not believe this man has free will and he's out here making decisions on his own. I've seen him as a Pyru. I've seen him dressed as a Blood. I've seen him in a Malcolm X outfit. He has identity crisis. Huey P. Newton's daughter is filing a lawsuit against this man for using the Black Panther name and image. But y'all, please, stop following false prophets. Don't J. Cole got a song about false prophets? Nothing that this man is doing is beneficial to the black community. Fighting and combating ICE is not beneficial to the black community. I don't care what no one has to say. And I got more information on Paul Birdsong. I ain't even dropped all the information I got more. And then there's more. But the more videos he make, the more videos I'm gonna make, because I'm not gonna let y'all follow no false prophet. I'm sorry. Y'all can call me a hater. Y'all can say I ain't doing nothing for the community, but I ain't no offender that needs to be registered out here talking about we need to protect the people from ICE. No, the people need to be protected from you, Mr. Birdsong. All of y'all now are familiar with this guy right.
Listen, I told y'all, man, the Democrats are so desperate right now. They are so desperate. They are willing to just put out all type of fake media, fake characters. They want to make it seem like they're so empowered with the black community. Y'all remember when Nancy Pelosi and them and Clyburn and all put on the African
Kente cloth
shirts
and took a knee.
And took a knee. See, that's what they do. They want to do all these fake gestures and these vague gestures. But when you say, look, man, let's talk some economic, man. Let's talk a check. Well, wait a minute now. That ain't going to be fair to the All Lives Matter movement now. Now, wait a minute now. We came out there and did the Dougie with y'all, and we told y'all Kamala cook her greens in the tub, and Hillary walk around with hot sauce in her purse, in her pocketbook. And we came, y'all remember Hillary Clinton came and did the Dougie with Roland Martin? You remember that? Or he did the whatever that what was that dance he did? The roll, some type of roll dance, roll.
We can't do it exclusively for black people. We have to
Oh,
do
it did.
for everyone.
Okay, then. You remember that then, Red. Salute, Red. Thanks for joining us today, man. You want to introduce yourself?
Hey, man, I am a member of the Blackfoot Seminoles out of Woodville, Florida, by way of Lake Wales. My name is Reginald, and it's a pleasure to be on Urban Matters BMG. I just want to tell you, you folks in here, don't believe the hype when they tell you all of this good stuff they be telling us. They try to make it seem like, oh, ICE is so terrible, this country is so terrible, but they won't leave. They all they want to do is tell us how horrible white people are, but yet these same white people, these same people that's telling us how horrible white people are, they go home and sleep with white people. Make it make sense,
Exactly,
So,
like Donna.
I'm just like Don Lemon and Ketanji Brown Jackson and even our lovely former vice president. She goes home to the terrible white man that she tells everybody else to hate. But I like what you said, Brother Urban, when you say, let's talk about some economics. See, they don't want to talk about the economics, bro. Anytime we go to talking about them checks, cutting them checks and economics and building black wealth, they don't want to talk about that because they want us stuck on the plantation, taking handouts, food stamps, welfare, Section 8, and WIC program. They always want us on programs. They're not setting up, business loans and business opportunities for black people. As long as we can give you your food stamps and your welfare, your WIC, and your Section 8, that's good enough for you. While every other nationality comes here and get business loans, opening up business, they don't want to give us anything but food, welfare, WIC, and all these entitlements. I don't want entitlements. I want a business loan too.
And we get lined up just like we did in the old days. Line up for them doggone blankets, them free blankets, and they got smallpox on them.
Don't forget free.
So, it's just ridiculous.
Don't forget government cheese, Brother Mark.
Government cheese, yeah.
But, so I'm just going I'm going way back so we can see, they haven't changed the playbook, but we starting to believe everything they say now. And that's what we got to stop. We got to start using this wonderful brain that God has given us and learn how to discern with it and learn how to and utilize that skill called reading and comparing and realizing. That's what we got to start doing and stop trying to have everything delivered to us. Because when they deliver something to you, it's usually not a good result because ain't nobody giving you nothing for free. Remember that.
It's always a price.
Always.
It always price, always.
And as you can see, the original Black Panther Party by our good brother Huey P. Newton. Free schools, free breakfast, free medical programs, free clothes, free food pantry. So this show you right here, everything that the U.S. government called itself putting inside of a program, they got the blueprint from the Black Panthers. Education, breakfast. So in other words, the food pantry program, that's basically your modern day WIC or your modern day food program that these so-called illegals are coming over here exploiting. And so that's another conversation we hopefully will be able to talk about today. How are you okay? Like, bro, Red, we've been into a couple of conversations today online where people are, what's the question you posed today? How is everybody coming out the woodwork to help these people fight against us?
Here's,
Take advantage of us.
But see, you use a word that I don't really agree with when you say exploit, because exploit benefits that we should be that we get because we don't get them. We
Correct.
don't get these benefits at the level that they're giving to these people. They actually
Exactly.
setting up stuff for these people.
Exactly.
And when they
Exactly.
won't even set it up for tax paying Americans
Correct.
who are legal. So and like you gentlemen just said, why would we line up for somebody to get something when they're illegal that we can't even get when we're legal?
Right.
It makes no sense.
I got a story time for you guys, and I want y'all to pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you about. I say it was around late summer, like late August, early September. I, I was in Walmart one day. No. Yeah, I was in Walmart one day. I thought it was Food Line. I was in Walmart one day, and I don't do the self checkout at all. I don't care if I only got 3 items. I'm going to a cashier. So it's this Spanish lady in front of me. I don't know if she's Mexican, Guatemalan, Honduran. I don't know what she was, but she had 2 carts full of groceries, that stuff with got 5 kids around, stuff falling out of the carts, and the cashier was trying to tell her one of the items weren't eligible for her food stamp card.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm standing back there, and she no hablo inglés, no hablo English. She don't even know the language, but she got a freaking food stamp card, and I'm in there paying with my cash money. It kind of pissed me I'm sorry, kind of pissed me off. Excuse my French. We got people here that can't even speak the language. The lady was trying to explain to her that I forget what item it was, but it was not eligible under the SNAP program. And I'm like, if she can't speak English, why does she have a food stamp card? I was blown away, guys. I was totally taken aback. So somebody please help me with that.
I agree. And
Bro,
and
bro,
and the
Sweat, you want
other
to chime in on that?
Yeah, I get in once
Go ahead, bro.
the brother get to finish. Yeah, I chop in.
Go ahead, bro,
I'm
Mark.
coming in right behind him.
the other and I'm gonna give you some more meat to chew on, because this is something that annoys me. This whole, y'all remember the term crazy check? We got a bunch of young men running around now who was called 88 when they were in school, and
Oh
they were
yeah, I
getting a
remember that.
crazy check, and now you can get, now you don't, and the check
You're breaking up a little bit on us, bro, Mark. You're breaking up a little bit on us.
you got a crazy check. Pay a beautiful example of that.
You still with us, bro, Mark? I think we
Go ahead,
got
bro.
you
Shaq.
sound a little choppy. You sound a
He
little
was
choppy.
breaking up.
All right.
No,
Y'all there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
still
hear
here.
you.
Oh,
We
okay.
hear you now. We didn't
I'm
hear
I'm
anything you said. You were going in and
okay.
out. You were chopped up.
Okay. So this whole crazy check epidemic that started, where a kid have ADHD or whatever, and then they start getting an IEP on that kid, and now all of a sudden the parent can get a check from the government or the state saying, okay, my kid is, we call it a crazy check in Florida, but now we can get services. Now they can get Medicaid, meaning don't have to pay for no medical. They get food, and then they qualify for a G phone, a government phone, and they qualify for all this free stuff because they chose themselves in school. Now here they are, 30 years old, 30 some years old. They don't even have to work because they're going to get a check every month. That is another beautiful example of government funds being squandered that taxpayers have to pay for.
Yeah.
That's a great point you made,
Wow.
because it's called rinse and repeat. That's a cycle that's been rinsed and repeated. Now we was not when with some of these systems and these government programs, we was not taught properly how to use them for our benefit, and not just for a mainstay, not for a crutch. We supposed to use them like these people with the housing and stuff. I didn't know this. I didn't know that, like with the housing hood and stuff, that was supposed to have been transitional benefits. To transition you into home ownership. Right? We was not taught how to manipulate and use that to transform you the next generation into home ownership, where, like you said, it's 2, 3, 4 generations, 6 generations, and people still on hood and not getting that out of it. You just sitting on it, and they scared to go get a job and scared to go advance themselves because they're scared to lose that benefit. You know what I'm saying? That's a mindset. That's a state of mind. We got to trick ourselves out of that. We got to get more intel economics to get out of that. No wrong with being on it if you unequivocally need it, but the transition it's supposed to be transitional, right? So let's go back to the Democrats, right? Because you talking about the Dems, right? What is the Democrat, brother Juice? Brothers on the line. What is a Democrat? Anybody know what a Democrat really is? What it represents? Anybody got an idea? Okay, so the common denominator is demo, right? So what is a demo?
A demon.
A demo is I was say a
It
demon.
hold on, we building this up. We gotta go back to school, Dawson. We got to, and this is what we
Go ahead. I'm being
we gotta
funny.
break.
Go ahead, Shane.
No, you're right, because we gotta break this shit down to the common denominator, and words mean things.
Yeah.
Demo, it could be short for demon, right?
Demon. Demolition, like to destroy.
Demolition, demonstration. Is this all not all things?
Demonstration. Correct.
Is this not all things that
Correct.
happen with this demo? And they literally use this. Watch
Yep.
this.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
The common denominator is demo, demonstration, demonic, demon, destruction,
Yep.
demolition. Now, what is right? So, what is the demonstration? Is that not what's the? Can you pull up the definition of demonstration, because we need to know this, and this is why it's associated. This is why they use these words and they act out the words that they use. Feel me? You ever heard the phrase of acting a part? They literally mean that.
A
They literally mean that.
Yes.
is the
Yes.
act
Yes.
of showing, proving,
Hold on.
or explaining something through evidence, examples, or in a public context, a rally, protest to express support
Mm.
or opposition to a cause.
Now you get it.
There you
You get
go.
it. So they're actually, this is the position that they've taken up. These Democrats, the whole ideology, the actions, the verbiage, the application in public settings is to demonstrate the definition what he just read. So if you want to be a Democrat, if you want to be a demon, if you want to be a demonic rat, go ahead and continue to participate and apply your energy and give your currency to, because they, by the way, they're one of the richest political parties and they still ask for donations. People still, just like the church, rich. The mega church is rich and still asking for your damn donation. I am with that. Dawson, you got it.
Shaq, if you remember now,
Great point.
back in the summer of 2024, when they installed Kamala, she raised over $80 million in like 2 weeks. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, she started late, which was a strategy for her to start late
Sure did.
in that
Sure did.
election.
She
45
got
days.
installed in late June, late July. She got installed
There
in
you
late
go.
July.
Game.
And she raised. So where they get all that money from to outpace the Republicans that's been campaigning for 18 months?
Yeah, the same way that they the same way that they I went and grabbed a bill during the Trump and Biden election, the first one, and I came back from I grabbed me a bill, went to the bathroom because I was up that night. I was up the whole night of the election. And by the way, did y'all hear Trump's Davos speech? Oh my goodness, you got to go back and check it out.
Yeah, y'all gotta listen to that.
that guy was going ham, boy. He was letting this
He
man
went
hang.
in.
He
went in.
Oh my. Listen, I was there that night. Trump say we gotta have fair elections, and Trump, man, he went in, man. I'm telling you. He went in, and all the French leaders, the European leaders, he bitched them all. He punked them all, man. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, he said, you know what? He told Macron, I told Mr. Macron he's going to have to knock down his imports on the wine, and we're going to have to start charging them tariffs on it. And he said, no, Mr. Trump, I can do it. Trump said, yes, you will. You do it. You do it. And you're going to do it fast. And he said, Trump, no, sir, monsieur, I can't do that, monsieur. Trump said, oh, yeah, you going to do it. He said, Trump said, so he asked Trump, why? He said, why? Trump said, because you've been fucking us for 20 years, and that's over. Hey, that guy a boss, man. I don't give a damn what y'all say, boy.
No, man, that's a man. That's manhood. That's a man. That's what we've been missing. We're a manhood. Like I said, I got friends that voted for Trump just because he was bringing manhood back. They not even in the politics.
Exactly.
He's bringing masculinity back and stopping it from being called toxic masculinity. That's what
toxic masculinity. Yeah. And remember, the Democrat Party attacked the brothers because remember the brothers voted in high numbers for Trump against the place stolen President Jim Crow Joe Biden. Remember, that's why as soon as they got in there, they start going in on the brothers and saying you all had toxic masculinity. Y'all notice that?
Oh yeah.
Sister Cheryl, let me share something with the panel here. Last night, Brother Juice and I was on a TikTok live, and this he, she, it thing came up talking about he listen now. He says he's a member of the White Panther Party that supports black people. That's what he said. So brother Juice and I, we entertained it. He was not. I gotta be honest. He was entertaining as hell. He was entertaining now, but we pressed him on so many of his.
It wasn't a he.
He just all he could go back to was how the current administration is so racist. That's all he could go back to.
So he basically, Brother Slim, basically he was saying that this administration was so racist. Like right now.
He said that he wants to help us fight white supremacy. Yeah. And so I told him, if you want to help us, get the Democrat to cut a check and problem solve. He's like, that's and that. He went to talking about all this. I say, look, bro. So me and Red, we told him we capitalists. He talking about he's a communist. He literally came out his mouth and said he been educated at USC.
There you
and
go.
They've been educating people to practice communism.
He called,
And that's why Trump said shut off all that money and that endowment money because they've been up there indoctrinating them college students.
Absolutely.
That's why they getting rid of the Department of Education right now.
He called us fascists because we said we're a capitalist.
Pro-American, y'all capitalists.
Yeah, we're capitalists.
Obviously, he don't know what fascism is. Okay, but okay.
It was hilarious. I'm telling you.
Hilarious.
You know what, brother Juice? I think I got it a screen recorded. I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, send it to me. I'll play it right now.
It was fun. Let me see if I find it. Hold on.
He was hilarious. Then another one came in. She was trying to tell us about white supremacy too, but her husband walked in and she was pulling a Don Lemon with her husband. Exactly. I'm like,
married to a zaddy. She with a zaddy.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
See that man. But see, brother Slim and brother Juice, I be telling y'all these people are paid. They are paid. They are paid to get out here and push their rhetoric. Unfortunately, it's not working. I mean, they might as well just give up.
Yeah.
But like the ladies say, they don't like us because we are the real Americans. We are American, and our ancestors built this place. So,
yes,
you know, whatever.
Yeah, and
they don't know what to do with us. Basically, they don't even know what to do with us because you can't fool us like you fooled the older generation.
Correct.
So they scrambling.
Correct.
They scrambling right now.
I got a question for the panel, if you don't mind
answering
this question for me. And the people in the chat and people
give me 2
seconds. In the chat, what's the difference between capitalism? What's the difference between a capitalist or capitalism and
so there be a
or is there any difference?
Usury, yeah, there's something to look into. You right? Usury?
Is capitalism usury? Yeah.
To a certain extent, yes, because if you look at the Federal Reserve and the central banking system, that's a form of capitalism and usury.
What year did the Federal Reserve? What year did the Federal Reserve? What year did the Federal Reserve and IRS get enacted?
1913. All of it got enacted. The Federal Reserve, the IRS, what other department? It's a couple of them. The same year, 1913.
And who was the president at that time? See, people don't know this, and if we want to do it, we got to walk them, slow walk.
Woodrow, right?
Woodrow Wilson.
Yes.
Was a Democratic elected head of state, executive of the executive branch. Now, let me ask you, brother, at that time, was they still doing Democrat Republican? Meaning, if the president was Democrat, then the Republican Party had the vice presidency and vice versa. When did they stop that? If y'all know, anybody can pull that up.
I don't.
And Woodrow Wilson also was the founder of the League of Nations. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I said Woodrow Wilson also was the founder of the League of Nations.
Now we can hear you, Shaq. Okay. Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's the founder.
Yeah, because even after the Federal Reserve, even after the Federal Reserve was established, you saw after that what happened. Not too long ago, the World War II broke out, and then the Great Depression.
Yeah, because that was a bank.
That stemmed from what? That veteran. Mm-hmm. Huh?
But we was not part of
it was. That's correct. That's why I'm trying to correlate that together.
And we got to give people these events, those events, because it leads up to what we're going to now. because later you get 1919, the summer, the so-called race riots of 1919. You get Tulsa, Oklahoma, was it 1921, 2024, right? That's them after they bankrupt. They went bankrupt. Their banking system went bankrupt.
And they didn't like the way we were moving.
And they didn't like our economics because we were booming.
Right.
Our economic system was booming. We was not a part of the United States in totality like that. They was expansion. You know what I mean? They wanted us to join up with them, but a lot of people was not nations, was not on that. We had our own economics. We didn't need to. We didn't need to join them. You know what I'm saying? So they bring it in at the same time. Because remember, brother, what year did they do the Militia Act? Because that was very pivotal for them to create those militias. Because that's where you get the Ku Klux Klan. That was funded and endorsed by who? The Dixiecrats.
Democrats.
They later became who?
Yep.
The Democrats.
And
1792.
he was the last.
There you go.
1795.
There you go.
And, you know, and that's something I didn't understand. Joe Biden said he was the last of the Dixiecrats.
He said it.
Hillary Clinton was one of the girls, one of the, I forgot how they called them, but she was a Dixiecrat, basically like Monica Lewinsky for the Dixiecrats. And we just ignore that. And we vote for them blindly, just saying, ooh, they're Democrats, so I got to vote for them. And that's where I say we got to be more, we got to do better. We got to use our brains instead of our emotion when we vote for people.
Yeah, we have to pop.
What only people in Democrat Party now is them ugly sister girls. That's who supporting the Democrat Party and Bussy faggot Don Lemonade.
The supposedly educated sister girls who ski win and they drink that soup like nobody business. But
Brother Juice break that down by them being boule. That's why they do that.
You know, and that's why you can put all the information you want out there against them. It don't matter because the cognitive dissonance is real and they are not gonna change. So
plantation.
So, you know,
they almost like Democratic slave plantation.
And y'all know when we say this stuff, you know, they calling us Uncle Toms, even though they don't know that Uncle Tom was a good guy, but they really mean to call us symbols. But see, when you think for yourself and you don't allow your oppressor to think for you, then it's a problem because it like bro Mark say, it kind of distorts the cognitive dissonance for a couple of seconds. I got this video I usually play. I used to play it on my old shows when I first went live on Urban Matters. But it was a guy breaking down cognitive dissonance. And he was saying that the human brain takes about 5 seconds to catch on to something. If you don't gain their attention within 5 seconds, you're not going to get them. It's not that they don't believe what you're saying. It's just in their train of thought, it's just not even a fact. So he said, why does facts not matter to people? Because in their brain, they've been conditioned so thoroughly that to them, it's not even a fact. Like I can sit here right now, everybody see me on camera, right? Nobody can see my hands. And I could be like, I got a brown phone in my hand, right?
Right.
And then you got to trust what I'm saying and believe that I got a brown phone because why? You're not here actually present to see what color phone I have in my hand. But actually, I got a green phone. You see it? It's green. But I deceived you because I could not get your visual. You could not get a visual of what I was saying within the first 5 seconds. So your brain could not thoroughly break it down. It couldn't digest it. It couldn't relay the information. So you're just going to believe what you say. So when somebody been watching CNN, and y'all know all of our elders, God bless it, my dad just passed away. And he would sit there, and because CNN was so colorful, it had the nice colors, and it was so. Remember this, family. Anytime you get your news for free, you have to always question. You gotta always look at it sideways. Like anything you get for free, always question it. I digress.
And yeah, and so they, and they practice that with the Democrats because they will tell you something that did not even happen the way they're stating, and they'll go on and they'll keep, who was that Hitler say? You tell a lie long enough, people begin to believe it. And
Yeah, believe
so,
Yes.
and they just keep saying it. They just keep saying the same stuff over and over, and their people just soak it up and too lazy to check. It's as easy as pulling up the video of the entire speech or whatever, but they won't do it.
Yes,
They
sir.
just trust their news source. And if
Yes,
you
sir.
don't, they, I was told, never expect what you fail to inspect. And if you don't inspect it, don't expect it to be true. Don't expect
Correct.
it to be 100% factual. Not until
Correct.
you inspect it and you know it to be true.
That's true.
So man, and I remember one time me and my mother, we was sitting down, she had the news going. And this was during Trump's first term, and she said, there is no way in the world this man can be this terrible for them to talk about him all day, every day on the news.
Correct. I just told somebody that today. I say, listen.
Wow, that's a great point.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it's like, what?
Yeah,
And
what
so,
every day is true, but you break down why, Brother Mark. Why would you, even all the good that he do, you still have something negative to say about this man? The question should be is why? Why?
Right. And so
why? When it was presidents doing just the last administration. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That was a great point.
Yeah. The last administration. You heard nothing about them, but what was they doing? All the stuff they were doing. Having all this I'll just say
censorship.
ungodly stuff.
Men
men could be women. Kids can learn to be trans and read transgender books and learn how to have sex with the same sex when the kids can't read and write and do basic math. Sure, we can go out and locking up people who's protesting at abortion clinics, censorships, coming to people's house who was a part of January 6th. I mean, come on, don't take the kill shot, you lose your job. Come on now. And you talking about a dictator. Well, wasn't we dealing with that last administration?
Yes. And then we, one of the first things,
the highest matter of fact, Brother Mark, not to interrupt you, the highest inflation rate of all time happened under Jim Crow Joe Biden. Go look that up. Go look. It's on that 60 Minutes video clip.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious.
What about his partner in crime, though?
Kamala O'Hara?
Yeah, Kamala O'Hara. Kamala O'Hara. Yeah. When she and I wish we need to get that video too, Brother Juice. When she was speaking over the damn Freeman's Bank and talking about
Shaq, you gotta play that video. You gotta play it. They redid it. Remember her? You didn't find it, Shaq?
No, I couldn't find it.
You couldn't find her and Janet Yellen did that. Yeah, y'all gotta watch that video. That's gonna make y'all very upset. Very upset.
Is she still the U.S. Treasury? The head of Treasury?
Yeah, they need to get rid of her too.
Yellen?
Well, no. Scott Bassett is. His Yeah, no, she's not
Yeah,
over there no
yeah.
more.
No, he got rid of her.
Okay,
But
Nah,
okay.
stop this.
What you think about that, brother Mark? The Freeman's Bank. I mean, what's your information on this Freeman's Bank? Because like I said, I'm 44. You know what I'm
they
saying?
basically, and that's why I say we have to be very careful when you're in a country where you got a group of people who can force their will upon you. You know, Freeman's Bank basically, black folk put a whole bunch of money in the bank, and the government took it.
And the
Sure
government took
did.
it.
That's
And
the long
yep,
and
in a
short of it.
nutshell. That's it.
And
That was it in a nutshell. Yep.
and that's why a lot of our more recent grandparents, they kept their money in mattresses and
In the
canes and all
Mm,
mattress.
kind of
That's
other
Candyman.
correct.
things.
It happened from the Freedmen's Bank. That's correct. You never
And
hear that though. Y'all notice that? You
right.
never hear them talk about that.
And I think that's one of the biggest disservices that our ancestors done for
Mm-hmm.
us, and that was
I
they
agree.
just adapted and overcame, as opposed to help us understand why we do certain things a certain way,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
because we just do it, and then when we get to a certain age we start asking questions, and
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
they don't provide an answer or a history as to why they do it. And so then we listen to all this sugary sweet stuff that these other people saying, and we say, hey, we need to do this because it's FDIC
Mm-hmm.
insured and all this and that, even though it's 9 pages of small print you're not reading. But and
Great point.
and then we go right back to doing the same thing. And I say, similar to this whole crypto versus dollar deal that we have going on now, if you think
Mm-hmm.
about it, when you go back in history and they had the Confederate money,
mm,
they took all them people money.
Mm.
They
So
did the
let me
same
ask you
thing.
this. Let me ask you this then,
So
Brother
they
Mark.
might do it. Hmm.
What about even when they had, so this what I was reading, because everybody like invest in silver, invest in gold. Okay, that's cool.
No.
But
Hmm.
that's why I want your opinion on it. I remember Robert Kiyosaki making a point because Robert Kiyosaki actually own gold mines. Okay,
Mine.
so he's
Mine.
has tangible assets of gold,
that's it.
feel, see, touch, bars of silver, right? But then they
Right.
tell people, oh well, the market is bad, the stock market is bad. Well, put your money in gold and silver, and your money will go up and all of that. Well, how much so if that's true when gold is so a certain price, silver is a certain price. But if you go back and study history with the Great Depression, did you see how they took all those people gold? They couldn't
Sure
Oh
did.
yeah.
access their gold. So
Oh
why
yeah.
would people have to study? That's why I want your opinion on, Brother Mo. People have to study their history because what they say, if you don't learn to know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. And there's a
To
lot of
repeat it.
people putting their money in gold and silver. Because I try to help people, secure, guarantee some of their money, right? Because I will say, no
Right.
matter what nobody say, because I've sold annuities before, still help clients to this day. One thing that didn't go down was them insurance
Life
companies. Go look
insurance.
that up
Yep.
doing life insurance. Go look that
Yep.
up. You can read it in books. They never went down.
They don't
Everybody
go
was
under.
protected and they never go under. Go look. And you know
Right.
who invests most in them? The big banks, Federal Reserve, politicians. This is stuff they don't tell us,
Right.
right?
Right.
And even if your
Yep.
life insurance companies go down, by law, they have to be taken over by another life insurance company that's financially stable or even the state. So you still don't lose, but you're going to lose in the
Right.
bank. And we can also talk about one day, Brother Mark, the Dodd-Frank Act.
Oh yeah.
But
Hmm.
I'll let you touch on that gold and silver. What's your thoughts on that?
Gold and silver. I, I'll tell you like this. This is my, yeah, and you will get my thought just from this little thing. This whole, diamonds are a girl's best friend. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what make y'all please tell me and help me understand what make that shiny little rock worth any more than a cubic zirconia. All the value that we're speaking on, be it gold and silver, be it
Mhm.
dollars, which are,
Mhm.
fiat currency, be it whatever, all of this is imagined value. All of it.
Gotcha.
And because, like we just stated, they can take, if you notice the government and Trump saying, I'm gonna be the crypto president and all that, they are setting
Yes.
up to change the currency just like they did back in the day. And so you're gonna get on board or you're gonna lose. Just that simple.
Pretty
It may not
much. Yeah.
it may not be in the next couple years, but it's coming. But
Come.
what
It's
I'm saying
coming. Yeah.
is, why invest in something
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
they control the
Mhm.
value of? I think we had spoke about it one time last year when I was talking about the market. The market is one of them things where it's so manipulated.
Of
The people with
course.
with the loan money, they manipulate it so they can make
Correct.
make crazy money, and so the rates go
Mhm.
flying up and all this and
Mhm.
that. They make
Mhm.
their money, and then they take it all right back from the poor man, because the poor man mess around, leave their money in there too long and lose. So
Yep.
so
Well,
why
Warren
why
Buffett
in,
did tell you that.
right? So why
Don't
invest in a
invest in nothing.
manipulated market? So
Mhm.
something that's
Well,
manipulated, the price
you
of
know what it
gold,
is,
the
Mark.
price of
They don't
silver,
know.
Mhm.
They don't
right?
know that it's
And
manipulated, bro,
Say
Mark.
what?
I
so
said a
he said
lot
they
of our
don't know.
people just don't know.
Oh
And
yeah,
see
yeah.
that
They don't know. Yeah, we find out. Me and my son found that out trying to trade forex. And when
mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
big
yeah,
money gets in there, it's called the institutional money. You're not going to win, or they have insider trading. You're
Yeah.
not going to win. And
right,
they even did it with
right.
crypto when we
They
was.
control the
I
prices. They
got in.
control the prices.
Yeah, we got in
Yeah,
crypto making buku money. Guess what? The big money came in there. Oh, we're making it illegal. Don't mess with it. And yeah.
yeah.
This
So
what
you're
got
And
my
right.
and
thing
so
about Bitcoin
You're
and,
right.
and, and crypto. This what
so
got my attention about crypto. When I seen the
Mhm.
banks wasn't really fighting against it, I knew, boy. I said, yeah, that means they behind it. You know what I'm saying? You know what they
that's right.
say? If you're not at the table when the
That's
negotiations go
true.
down, then you're on the menu.
That's
So
true.
let
I
me play
I
a
agree.
like
real
it.
quick
That's
clip.
true.
Let me play a real quick clip for y'all, real quick. This Donna
Okay.
Lemon. This is your boy Donna Lemon disrupting church service with his
What?
bussified rants. Y'all didn't see it?
No, I
Yeah, I
didn't see
saw it.
it. Like it.
Yeah, here we go right here. Let me play it.
Let me hear her. She's so
Yeah.
much.
Can y'all hear it?
Now we can't hear you yet.
Hold on. Hold on.
By the way,
I thought I had it on. Hold on. Let me
him
see.
and Nicki Minaj he
Okay,
beefing with
that's
Nicki Minaj
Facebook.
right now too.
Okay, that's
Allegedly.
TikTok. Hold on. Start sharing that. I'm gonna share this one here. Yeah, they beefing. Him and Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj called him a D sucker. And so he
Right.
finna
Oh,
he mad at her.
dang.
And
Yeah, here you
why would
go.
he get upset? That's
Really?
what he do.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he do it.
You
He
know.
does. He does.
I
He
mean,
does do that.
Here we go, y'all.
I'm
Okay.
always worship. I'm a Christian.
You say you're a Christian, right? Say that you're a Christian. I want you to listen to me good. You're a Christian, but you're gay. But you're
I love it. I love it.
You gotta send that to me, cuz. I gotta stop that up.
go read
I gotta
Cause 18
put
and
my
22
set
and
spin
see
on
what it
that.
says. Go read Romans 1 through 27 and see what it says.
There you go. There you go.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
You say that you're a Christian, right? Say that you're a Christian. I want you to listen to me good. You say you're a Christian, but you're gay. But you're gay. You married a woman, you
Facts.
married a man, but you say you're a Christian. Go read Leviticus 18 and 22 and see what it says. Go read Romans 1, 26 through 27 and see what it says.
and
That's a
just
good
common sense.
one. That's a
He talking
great
about he already.
point. That's a
Show
great
me the
point.
Hey,
line. Where's the line?
Common sense. Just that
a
What you
simple.
little
call
old
getting
child.
cooked?
A little old child.
A little kid, well, maybe he need to learn from the youth because I don't understand it. But see, this is the conversation, Brother Juice. If maybe another time you could do another show, I want to really ask the question to people who are Christians. Why? Because look what Bussified Done Lemonade did. See, is the church making y'all that docile? Because he should have had hands and feet put up on him. But see, the Muslims and the Jews is also attacking and killing Christians as well. And is it because Christians are not so solidified in their faith? You're a Christian, but you're bussified. You're a Christian, but so much evil and corruption is going on in the world, right? Where was the pastors under this last administration that was trying to teach kids trans LGBT curriculums in schools? Where was the pastors?
Exactly.
Where was the
Exactly.
pastors when they was, yeah, where was the pastors when they had the abortion bus at the Democratic convention? Where was the
Convention.
pastors then?
Yes.
They're wearing dresses in the pulpit.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
right.
Red.
So what I'm saying is, how do anybody at this point? This is a conversation I think needs to be had. How can you at this point call yourself a Christian? And this is why the Muslims and the Jews do not respect your religion, because you don't abide by it. See, them people, they'll die for theirs. They real about theirs.
Sure will.
Right.
They gonna follow by
Right.
theirs, right? And they gonna ostracize people who not. Not to say everybody doing it, but the majority is falling by that. And I don't care if you're a Buddhist. Majority of those people are following their culture, their faith, and what they believe in. And this is why people don't take Christians seriously. They don't, because you don't fight. Even the Bible tell you it's a time for everything. Time to kill,
Contend
time to
for the faith.
steal, time everything. And you do the total opposite.
Exactly.
It's
I got one more clip.
It's making them docile. It's making
the
people
youngest
docile and weak.
religion. Christianity is the youngest religion, bro.
So
Oh, great point.
Well,
Let me play this one more clip. This is gonna back up that Don Lemon stuff.
Don was mad about what he felt to be a nasty comment by Nicki Minaj. And this
So people have been asking me about responding to Nicki Minaj's unhinged, homophobic tweet about me. I usually don't respond to this stuff, but let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about shit for which you know nothing about. This is you're out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans, and you're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who's reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Nicki Minaj, get a life. Stop being a pick-me. You should have put a pick-me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll, because you are nothing but a pick-me.
wow.
And I choose not to pick you. And so should black people, and so should gay people. Shouldn't buy your music.
Told you, bussified. That's all it's about
both of them.
The butt.
I'm disgusted about both of them because Don does not want us to deal with the real issues. He wants to put his sexual status and stuff in the limelight. And as you heard him say, he said, normally I don't get off into stuff like this, but he wants to respond to Nicki Minaj. That was the way for him to get traction. Both he and Nicki are no good for us.
Facts.
Regardless of whether we agree with his lifestyle or not, that's not the point. I want y'all to stay focused, to say no, no, and no. Now, notice on the one hand, he's sitting there saying how she's not African American, trying to act like he down when she's not. Then he's saying under Trump's rules, she should be deported. So what is he saying? He's out there dogging ICE and defending immigrants.
Come on.
But when it comes to Nikki and for political reasons and for social media reasons, he's sitting there basically saying that she needs to be deported. Is that what he's intimating? By saying that under Donald Trump's rules, she's supposed to be deported. That's really what he's saying by making the statement like that. And by throwing it in the same sentence as saying, and she's not African-American, even though a lot of us don't necessarily use African-American because we know for political reasons they use that so that they don't give Black Americans justice.
Do you want to have a wait list of...
That's my girl, though.
And
that's my girl. That's Vicky Dilla.
And for me, you know, what it says to me is you want to apply our immigration enforcement as you see fit. You want to act like the Gestapo, just like every other Democrat. And the Trump people want to apply it evenly to all that should be at all times deported. You know, if you're supposed to be deported, they talking about deporting you. But let it be a Democrat, you pissing my cornflakes, guess what? You should be deported. No way it works. It works as you should be deported, then we deport you. Not, oh, you made Don Lemon mad because somebody pointed out what you do in your bedroom. Guess what? If you didn't make it, if you didn't hang it out on the line and try to make it, put it on billboards to tell everybody how gay you are, nobody will be talking about what you do in your bedroom. So don't tell me what you do in your bedroom, and guess what? I won't talk about it.
Absolutely.
Because that's nobody's business.
I agree.
Speaking of this switch hitter, Skittle Goggler,
I love it.
Pole puncher.
Pole puncher. I love it.
Juice. This brother, did you know he did something to somebody a couple years ago in a restaurant? You remember that incident?
Yeah. He's still fighting no charges.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah, he's still fighting no charges. Yep.
And so, you know, people like that, you know what? Because you have a following, you think somebody should listen to you, and those are the kind of people, because they're thrust out in front of people of color every day. Those are the kind of people that people of color tend to listen to, and they don't have any standing. That's about as bad as the switcher over there in Texas, Jasmine Crockett. You know, she ain't no better than Kamala Harris. And
this is a woman that's not married, bro, but yet you want to be a leader in leadership. You're not married, ma'am. And not saying
no married, ain't and don't have children, don't have nothing. Nothing. Neither one of them.
You operating with no boundaries. That's dangerous in society when you have no boundaries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? By the way, Anton Daniel said he don't have any boundaries. You see the situation going on with that.
Wow.
Is he still married to his old lady? I know I'm getting out of track.
Because this is a big. This is everybody talking about this. It's spiraling. You know what I'm saying? Both of them are, you know, throwing, you know, the daggers at each other and going, you know, taking it where they, you know, where they trying to take it to. To prove, you know.
Yeah, well, see, you let that social media interfere with your personal life. See, this is what I be talking about.
Yep.
You have to learn to separate the two.
Yeah.
You have to learn, just like pilot. That's why I said in this last administration, they just let politics go rampant throughout the home, to the fact that you had people reporting people who didn't even have a jab. They didn't think they had that, like even in Australia. You remember they was doing that in Australia, reporting people who wasn't jabbed? Remember they told you can't even go see grandma if you don't got the jab. If you don't get the jab, you gonna kill grandma.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
You literally separated the family, and that really told everybody. I'll be honest with you, it should have been a test for everybody, because if you got people who supposed to love you regardless through thick and thin all your life, and then you let these racist white Democrats tell you to get the jab but don't deal with your loved one. I mean, you had people getting divorced over this stuff. You
Yeah,
had
what was the
people
Democrats say, Dawson?
killing each other over this stuff, huh?
What was they at speaking up for all people constitutional rights during that time?
I agree.
Right.
Nowhere to be found. That's why I say no. Even the pastors in the church, think about it, Shaq. They allow, I know I'm throwing off everything, Brother Juice, at your Throwback Thursday. They allowed the church to close down, but then you open it up for vaccine drives. Excuse me? Excuse me? Go
Who was
look
that saying
it
we
up.
need to get more
Because all
jabs
the
to arm?
pastors
Who was that said that, Dawson?
got paid.
Yes, it's about
That's cool.
money.
Your taxpayer dollars at work. That all that money came from our taxpayer. Why you think they was giving away for free, y'all? They was giving it away for free.
Cheeseburger, you get a cheeseburger, blunt.
Cheeseburger. What else, Shaq? Was it? Yeah, cheeseburger meal.
You remember Joe Biden was handing out the drug packets? They gave you needles.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do one on that one. Yep.
Oh man, y'all remember that?
Yep.
So you know, it's like, what are we talking about? We actually, and if you look at a picture, I had posted it, but if you look at a picture of Biden's cabinet and you look at a picture of Donald Trump's cabinet, and one looked like a clown show, and the other one is professional people ready to do business. And not only ready to do business, they are doing business. And they are doing the business of America. And I don't understand who would be upset with that, but you need to get over yourself and get on board, because it's real simple. It's America first when it comes down to America or another country. And if you don't like that, you need to go to whichever country you want to fight.
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
Cause you know, I'm an original here.
Yes,
you know, I ain't come on no slave ship. Can't prove I came on no slave ship or nothing else. I don't follow all these BS, these little sayings they like to say. Oh, we're a country of immigrants. We're all immigrants. You're all immigrant lie.
No,
we are not all immigrants.
That's why they say what they say.
I was born in Florida.
And they say it over and over and over, and then people begin to repeat it and believe it. And we gotta stop it.
Where were you born, Brother Reginald?
I was born in Bartow, Florida. I'm gonna tell this panel something.
I was born on the dirt road in Florida.
I don't think a lot of people understand this, but we have what's called ancestry DNA kits now, and
that's garbage.
I know it is, but I did one of the kits, and I came back 97% Blackfoot Seminole Indian and 3% Irish. So where's the African?
Right.
Where's the African?
Well,
right.
Can I expound on that, because people don't know, brother. You talking about that? This is off the human genome, correct?
Right.
Well, look up right now, Brother Juice. If you got time, what did they use for the base reference for the human genome? It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind, and it's gonna solidify what you're talking about, brother. Brother Red,
Mark,
and Brother Mark.
The base. What did you say? The base. What?
What was the base?
What did you say? The base.
Genome?
Yeah, the base research, DNA research and study they use for the Human Genome Project.
Okay. Pulling it up now. Genome Project. What did they use? Okay, here we go. Let me pull this up. I had the Kamala clip pulled up. Y'all, let me take that Kamala clip off.
Too.
I found.
When you get
I played
that.
Okay. Well, let me play that one first since I got it already in the queue. So we'll play her real quick.
President, as we work on the issue of ensuring that all people in our nation have the ability and the capacity to realize their dreams, and that access to capital will not be a barrier to those achievements. So thank you, Secretary Yellen, and everyone here. This is a room full of leaders. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. So
Is it playing? Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's
shadow
playing.
banning me. Oh, yeah. Can y'all hear it?
We was,
okay,
and then it stopped.
It's yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what they do. See something.
Oh, they don't want the information to get out. You know that.
Yeah, they don't want it. Now my set been acting perfect. I went and upped all my megs. I got 1,000 megs now because I told my cable carrier, man, y'all giving me that janky internet, man.
I will begin with some history, which I think is familiar with many people in this room, but there are many who are not familiar with the history of Freedmen's Bank by the United States Congress in 1865. It was a bank unlike any other our nation had known.
Now she finna lie.
Freedmen's Bank was established to serve Black Americans newly freed from slavery, to help them build wealth and to build a better future. At Freedmen's, to open a savings account, you just needed 5 cents, which, as I've calculated, is about $1 today. In the years after its founding, tens of thousands of Black families opened an account.
See, now she talking about Black families. Now, first she said Black Americans. Pay attention to the wordplay.
At Freedmen's, they saved up to buy a farm.
I told you that word black by itself is a very dangerous, decisive word.
To build a home, to open a business. Even school children saved their pocket money to deposit it in this institution. And then 9 years later, after the bank first opened its doors,
what school children had money?
Of an economic downturn.
Cap.
Demonstration. She's putting on a demonstration. What they do?
She's just setting it up. She's setting it up for the narrative spin. Watch her.
Yeah.
And because of the organized assault on the project of Reconstruction, Freedmen's Bank was forced to close. Over 60,000 people lost their savings. Now, Freedmen's Bank was guided by a vision.
I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, y'all.
The vision of an economy that works for all Americans and includes all Americans. The vision of a nation in which all people have access to the financial resources they need to succeed, to thrive, and to determine their own future. Truly at the heart of that bank was the concept of self-determination. Over a century and a half later, in communities across our nation, that vision remains unrealized.
Now she say a century later. Here we go.
Consider, today, Black entrepreneurs are 3 times more likely.
There she go. Black entrepreneurs. That's the automatic spin, narrative spin.
Likely to report that they did not apply for a loan for fear of being turned away by a bank. Often anecdotally, because they heard about that experience from friends and relatives. Today, Latino homeowners are rejected by traditional financial institutions at a higher rate when applying for home loans. And this is the case. Even
this is an all lives matter speech,
similar to other applicants. Today, many immigrant.
There she go. Bam, immigrant. See that? See how she worked that in there? See how she.
Y'all caught it. There it is. There it is. There it is. That's it.
Bam, there it is.
That's it.
That's it. Right there. That's your Democrat flea flicker quarterback sneak. There it is. These people are fighting against us, man.
No, Juice. That was the tush push.
Yeah, the tush push, bro.
That was the tush push right there, boy. She pushed that right in there.
I ain't even got to play no more. Y'all got the logistics of that just then, right?
That's all we needed.
Yeah, she capping. Because Freeman's Bank, or was it the Freeman's Bureau? So you can create your own bank. What we talking about? Capper.
Look how, bro, she went on the mic 5 minutes. And she
didn't take long.
Come on, man. You can't make this up, family.
Y'all
make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Because, boy, we're going to be lighting your ass up all year long for 2026 here at Urban Matters BMG. So you might as well get on the right side of this thing. I was telling that little tether that liked to be in my inbox all night and all day. Bruh, you're going to have to hold your own nuts. Because we're not getting on the front line. We need a check. We need some tangibles. Listen, we're going to disrupt the Democrats again. We're going to cancel the Democrats on 2026 election, and we're going to cancel them again on 2028 till they come, like Ice Cube say, and sit down and let's do this contract with Black America. You're not.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Brother Juice. Like I stated on Dry Bones show. We said we forgot. You could tell we've been, bamboozled. When Dr. King made that statement, I'm coming to Washington to get my check, right?
Yes, sir. He said it.
If you're gonna push reparations, wouldn't you go to Dr. King's speech or speak to his family or somebody that was in close communication or proximity of him that he dealt with and during the whole movement? What did he mean? Where did he get the information from, or what did he have to say that we were owed? Y'all notice you never hear that, right? Oh, give reparation? No. Well, let's see what information did Dr. King have? Because we can use that. You never heard of that. No. You never heard. Just correlate those two together.
They hide it. They hide that.
What did he know? What did he know because he flipped, right? He led his people to a burned house. He woke up. That's when, not too long ago, they took him out. Mm-hmm. What did he know? That needs to be investigated.
Oh, yeah. Well, J. Edgar Hoover and all of them had him under a lot of pressure because, see, MLK, that's my guy, but he had a hunkering for mayonnaise booty.
I heard.
And so,
I heard it.
J. Edgar Hoover was a cross-dresser. So everybody knew that J. Edgar Hoover was a down low LGBT. And so back then, LGBT wasn't that outspoken. I mean, you had to really conceal that back then because, especially Caucasian mayonnaise militiamen would frown upon that. And so we know for a fact that J. Edgar Hoover and MLK were feuding back and forth. And so I don't know if y'all know, but a YT supremacy person who practices it, they hate for Black men to put their hands on their women. They hate that because they know, like Sister Frances Cress Welsing, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said that the white male is threatened by the Black apparatus. And y'all know what that is.
Yep.
Why y'all think the white women love milk chocolate during Valentine's Day? They love that chocolate.
What did I break down on the phone last night, Dawson?
You sure did, Shaq. Sure did.
Do you want me to go through that again? We can save it for another time, because let's save it for another time.
We'll save it for another time.
Yeah, we should have a segment on that. Maybe save for Valentine's Day, Shaq.
Absolutely.
But see, y'all, you asked the question, what did Dr. Martin Luther King know?
What
What
did
year
he
did
know?
what was the year of his assassination? Walk with me.
68
think
was
it was it
68, right?
60,
yeah
60? I
68 or
think it was
69.
67.
yeah
Okay, Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Freedom of Information Act in 1966. So, Doc, you said where did he get the information from? He got it
Mm.
from the Freedom of
Mhm.
Information Act. That's a
Mm.
gem. That's a gem.
Okay.
So we need to use some of these acts to our benefit.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I think
You know what
well
because
I mean?
didn't he
To
well
just
get information.
release the MLK files? Check people
yeah
can have access to all his information. I think he released it, right? He did the executive
Mm.
order. We
yeah
can access it,
yeah
right?
yeah Trump released
That's
that.
something
He
to look
released all
into.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm saying
and
Martin
MLK.
Luther King.
but
You asked how he
but
get the
then
information, but I'm saying he got it from the
Oh yeah, no,
information
I get what
information
you're
Act again
saying. He got
about
it
the
upon our
loans.
from the federal government through
Yeah,
the
what they
Freedom
was
of
getting,
Information Act. Absolutely, absolutely. No, I got what you were
where they was
saying.
sending the money from, where they was this Homestead Act and all this while this money they was given to these
Hmm.
damn foreigners and shit. You're like, well, hold
That's
on, where
correct.
I check at?
That's
We
correct.
citizens, we citizens of this U.S. now. Where our money at? Where our checks at? Feel me?
Mm.
I agree.
and the
That,
first foreigners to be receiving money from the government was those very ones like Brother Reggie say, those Irish,
yeah,
those Polish, those
yeah.
all those white foreigners, those Germans, all them ones who they reached out to so they can try to overwhelm, because this was the only black nation. It was full of copper complected people. People like to say Africa. It wasn't Africa because Africa always had white people. If you look at
Yes,
how
sir.
Africa is
Absolutely,
designed as a
absolutely.
continent, you know they had white people. But this landmass here was
Mhm.
full of copper complected people and nothing else.
Hmm.
And
Yes,
so
sir.
Come on now.
so
Come on.
we have to realize that, and we gotta and so what did they start doing? They started shipping as many of them in as possible. Think about the Titanic and all those other ships. They was full of white folk coming to coming to to America so they can start their dreams. And if, and I think who was it? Baldwin. Baldwin said it'll be wonderful when Black Americans realize that on these cowboy and Indian movies that they're the Indians.
Talking about James Baldwin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
James Baldwin.
Hmm.
but
Yes,
at the
Great
same time
point.
they were shipping them
Great
in, they were
point.
shipping us out. The concept of Africa
Great
yes,
was
point.
them
yes.
taking the indigenous copper people and importing them
Shipping
into that concept of Africa.
and
More was
and
shipped out than was shipped in.
Mm.
yes,
That's a
and
tickety fact.
that's how Ghana was created, and that's
There you
how
go.
West Africa. That you
Libya.
notice doing
Liberia.
most of
Yep.
those fake DNA tests, ancestry. People come from West Africa. Did you notice that?
I've
Because
been hearing it.
we was getting shipped to West Africa from this land
Nope,
because
nobody from East
Mm.
Africa.
Mm. Mm.
they was trying to outnumber us, and they was trying to reduce our numbers so they
Reduce our
can
numbers. Yep.
conquer us.
Yeah.
And then what would they do? They would take they would take Washita Indians and bring them down to the Caribbean where they couldn't speak to the Arawaks. They couldn't
Hmm.
communicate. And they were shipping us from one part of our country to another one, but we had so many different languages and tribes, we couldn't communicate. So, and I'll say this, then I'll get off my suppose. Um, Let me tell you something
Mm. Mm.
reminded me of this. In Roots, I remember in that fictitious tale of Roots when Toby was brought to the plantation, Lou Gossett
Mhm.
Jr.
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the black woman name, but they was like, who's that? She Madge Sinclair came over there. She said, who's that making all that fuss? And Lou Gossett Jr. say, oh, it's one of them African boys. It's one of them African boys. He ain't from here. And I was like, I remember when I was young, I was like, oh, wait a minute. They've been on the plantation so long to where they don't realize that they African. But then as my eyes opened up, I realized that was an Easter egg right there in the movie.
Yep. That was a Jew.
That was one of them African boys that they were shipping over to put into slavery over here. Not one of us. Because if y'all think about it, we were free. We were freemen.
Yes.
And then a lot of it, we was doing work on our own land, and they gypped us out of our land with laws.
Yeah.
So that's how we became sharecroppers.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of us, bro, Mark.
True.
A lot of us got gypped out of our land because we wanted to have access to white people, specifically white women. And so we literally, a lot of us, we sexed ourselves out of our heritage.
They came later, brother. They came later.
Wait, bro.
They came later after they had already, you know, conditioned motherfuckers that they was less than. You're right. I agree with you.
Wait.
Because I'm gonna tell you,
I know it's a hard pill to swallow.
No. Let me go back though, because I was telling Dawson this. Brother. With a fancy, look up, man. You got to pull up the human genome too, though. But look up what a fancy girl was before all this beautiful and all this. Look up what a fancy girl was. It was a high yellow. It wasn't a white. It was a mulatto. It was a high yellow girl that was dressed up, and they went for at that time $2,000. Like the highest price you can get one of them for. A fancy girl was a high yellow. What we consider now today is a high yellow or mulatto looking young girl, like a Beyonce.
Exactly.
Yeah, like a Beyonce. They would be considered fancy girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a fact.
Okay.
You can look that up. That's historical.
Oh, I'm not saying. Now mind you, I'm not saying that. Look, y'all think about something as simple as the Westerns. Hey, we will come in and we'll take that little blonde off your wagon and dare you to do something, and then we'll take her, we'll turn her out, and then she don't want to go back to them white folks. She want to stay right there in the tribe, correct?
There you go.
So I feel that, but as a majority, we got tricked and we got muscled out of our land. Because like I was saying on the live last night, they sent over there just like Venezuela and these other countries sent they criminals and they crazies up through the southern border. That's what they done to us here in America. Back when they were sending them ships over to outnumber us, because they had to have the killers, the hardheads, the ones who could get down and dirty with us. Because they would come in and they would kill our entire village. And we didn't fight like that. We fought with rules. Men fought men. And we didn't involve the women and children. But they came over and was killing everything. So you know, and they carried that on, just like you was talking about in during the Great Depression. They did the same stuff. These people don't have a problem putting you to sleep. So the more we get to saying, oh, we all good. This is a colorblind society. The more you setting yourself up or your kids up for failure. You have to be able to look at people and understand there are differences. There are differences. And I'm going to treat you with respect if you treat me with respect, but I understand that your loyalties may not look like mine. So I love it.
All right. Let me play this real quick.
Play that clip. Which clip?
Clip about Huey P. Newton's family members, and then I'm gonna put that post on there, Shaq, that you wanted, that information. So we're gonna play this real quick.
I'm gonna try to make this video as calmly as possible. My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. We just came out with the second book, The Roots of the Revolutionary. This is the roots of Huey P. Newton, okay? That's my father, okay? These are our grandparents, okay? There go Huey right there, okay? I got birth certificate paperwork and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to listen. This goes out to the Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court, bitches.
She said, bitches.
I love it.
She said, bitches.
That's right.
People ain't playing games no more with y'all Democrats and all you little beta males. Because I can't really fault the women because they just need some men that's going to stand up on some business. Bro Red was going back and forth with some old beta males today. When you, Bro Red, you were going back and forth with some beta males online today. Kind of expound on that a little bit for us.
These men the worst.
You know, it's crazy, bro.
Yes.
When you know, guys that you kind of came up with, maybe a little over you or a little under you, and it's like they never mature. It's almost like they enjoy the plantation, and when new information, well, I won't say new information, I'll just say better information is offered, they just are so resistant to it. It's almost like they're petulant children, that don't want to do their homework or don't want to go to bed at 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying, man? So I just see it as so complicated when we have and now I understand why our women don't want to follow us. I understand it. It's a lot of us, a lot of black guys. I'm not going to call them men. They are weak. They are weak. And see, when you stand up and be strong, see, one thing I know, one thing I've learned in these 57 years, women like strength. Women like leaders. If you don't have strength and you don't have leadership skills, I don't blame her. She shouldn't follow you. Hell no. So all these guys that were going back and forth with me today, I had, one of them was my cousin, and I put him in his place. Oh, cuz it's like that. I ain't never had to disrespect you. I say, yeah, man, because it's just like that. Because for the simple fact, you keep coming at me sideways, and I'm giving you a credible information that you're resistant to. So I'm at the point now where I don't care if it's family or whatever. I'm looking to link up and identify with like-minded people. If you don't even have the like Brother Shaq was saying, the genome of like-mindedness, going in the direction that I'm trying to go, man, I'm not trying to mess with you. I'm just not.
I salute you, bro. Familiar.
Hey,
family is familiar. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you this. First of all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And then the other thing is understand this. And Sister Cher, it popped in my head because of you and what you said. You said these men are the worst or something like that. And I know what you was talking about. But one thing I want to say is this. That's another word play that we got to stop doing, because all males ain't men.
Mark,
true. That is a great point. That's a great point. That's a great point.
All females
ain't women. Absolutely.
So we got to start delineating.
You're right about
we got to start using this language and start saying, look, I'm sick of running into these males, or I'm sick of running into these females. I need men and women with me. Yes.
And masculine men, women, and most importantly, ladies. Where are the ladies? We don't have ladies anymore. We have them, but they're in a they're few and far in between, man. They're hard to find. It's like a needle in the stack.
And one thing I'm gonna tell you, Brother Red, just like I told Brother Juice, it's levels to everything.
Right.
And you know, everybody want to say we were kings and all this stuff. Look, just like it was kings, it was street sweepers out there, and it was fruit pickers uppers.
Come on now, you're right.
And it was people building the pyramids. It was people cleaning up behind the horses. It was people shoeing the horses. So we weren't all kings and queens. So there's all levels. Everybody ain't smart, and everybody ain't meant to be smart. So one thing we got to do is stop thinking everybody equal, because everybody not equal. Everybody might go through different paths in order to get where they are, but some people learn and continue to learn, and others just stay where they are. And they not wrong for it. They're not wrong for it. But you can't think that everybody want to do like you. You have to just give the information, respect them for wherever they stand, and keep it moving. Because otherwise you'll drive yourself crazy.
That's right.
This message has been brought to you by Urban Matters, BMG, hosted by brother Dr. Juice.
Thank
you. I love it. And please don't forget to donate.
Hey, listen.
Donate.
Make sure y'all hit that make sure y'all scan the QR code.
Cash out.
That QR
we got to keep this thing going. Let me put the QR code up there real quick for y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that. What you do, you put your camera on in camera mode, and you take a picture of the. Well, you can just take a screenshot of this, and you can go from there. And just y'all donate, man, to Urban Matters BMG, because we're doing it so that we don't allow another generation to be misinformed. And like a lot of those guys you was going back and forth with today online, it's no excuse for you to be ignorant nowadays. It's too much technology out here.
We in 2026.
Come on, y'all. And family members on the think tank, the Urban Matters think tank crew. It's too much information for y'all to be, like Bro Mark says, stressing yourself out, going back and forth with these people, man. These people are useful idiots for the politicians, and I'm not apologizing anymore. I don't have to. I seen some people throwing some vague shots at me today, right? They couldn't even get my name right. But you know what? Like Rick James say, the name is Dr. Juice. Bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
I do. Hey, get him right, Dr. Juice. Get him right, bro. Get him right.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but we look. If people don't want to do the research, that's fine. Just donate. Just donate so Dr. Juice can do it for you, and then present
I'm more than happy.
Them hot facts to you, because everybody don't have the time. Everybody, we be out there on that plantation, and we be doing all kinds of stuff. We might be sitting under the tree too long.
I was once on the plantation. Everybody
was.
I can't knock you. I understand plantation life. I understand it. But guess what?
So that's cool. Some people just want to sit back and drink their 40 and don't want to waste their time with that. Just donate. Let Dr. Juice pull up, because like we say, everything ain't free. I mean, when stuff free, you gotta question it. So that slows down the research process. So some stuff you can go to the Library of Congress, you can pay for, and then you got that hot fire. So make those donations so then Dr. Juice can keep presenting this hot fire to you.
Hot fire, because I'm gonna keep it coming. Listen, And this has been a great show, FBA Friday, Freeman Friday. And today's topic was the Democrat Panther Party. And we had to expose this agent that they put out there. It's easier to put this agent out there instead of just come on and let's sit down with the Foundation of Black Americans, because y'all pay attention. You see how they keep throwing off at us? They want us to come out there and get on the front line and help them fight. And they, even the mayonnaise militia that's up there in Minnesota, if you pay attention to them rioters in Minnesota, they're all mayonnaise complexion. There is none of our people out there. And then I have a lot of tellers coming in my site. They trying, oh, look, they messing with black people now. The only reason they stopping black folks is because most of these illegals are in the black community. That's where the Democrats sent them. They didn't send them. They didn't send them up the Hollywood Hills and up there where all the rich influence folks at. No, they sent them right in your neighborhood. And that's why your neighborhood, that's why you being replaced. I've never seen somebody can't figure out these people are trying to replace you, and you're gonna assist them and help them replace you. Come on, man. Y'all better wake up, man. They just better wake up fast.
They just had some clips I saw, Brother Juice. And great show, by the way. Yeah, we all should support. Everyone should support. But they had some clips I just recently saw about, with Trump and them just getting all these truck drivers off the road that don't speak English. It was a brother that did a clip. He said, man, I've been trying to get on for years. I could never get on. Then they called me to come to work because they didn't have no drivers. He was like, drivers? Y'all don't have no drivers? He's like, no, we don't have no drivers. Yeah. He said, man, because all the Hispanic people and the foreign people was taking the jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Taking the jobs.
Well, I can tell you firsthand.
Taking them.
I can tell you firsthand. I know at least 10 people who parked their trucks or sold their trucks because of these. They're not just Spanish. They from India and all kind of other.
Oh no, yeah, it's not just Spanish. I should have clarified that, Brother Mark. You're absolutely correct.
And so we get to think, like we said earlier, we get to thinking that they just talking about the people in the field. No, they driving the prices down in trucking to where
that's correct.
You cannot run your business properly.
Nope.
A load that would pay me $700 20 years ago, they want to pay me $500 now or less.
Come on now. Come on.
Because that product has to move. That product has to move, bro, Mark.
And right, the product has to move, and guess what? We control to a certain extent what we was gonna run and what we wasn't gonna run for. But when you get somebody who not used to having no money, like a kid just left McDonald's or a foreigner who just landed on these lands, and you rush them into trucking, then they don't know the way the rates are structured. So they'll run that load down to Miami and take $300 for it. Where
low ball.
A tenured trucker, we already know that when you go down to Miami, you're gonna have to drive your butt back up from Miami with no load most of the time. You see what I'm saying? So so we put that in our price, whereas they won't.
There you go.
And so those type things, and then it'd be 3 of them in the truck.
Correct.
and they can't drive.
Can't drive.
I have sat there. I remember I was doing postal loads, and I parked my truck, and me and the guy that do the yard dog, we sat there shaking our head at this guy. He was trying for 45 minutes to put the trailer in the door. I ended up going up there to the truck. I say, pull your park brake. He didn't know what the heck I was talking about. I reached up, grabbed the park brake, and pulled it.
You should not be driving. You should not be driving.
The yard guy said, "I'll put it in."
Talking about that. Talking about these rates.
Hey there, brother, good boy.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Yeah.
Bro, good boy.
I'm in my truck. I was just going live earlier before I shut down for the day because I'm on a 34-hour reset, and I was just explaining to all my viewers that watch my live from time to time how they tried me with some barbecue dog shit ribs, sending me a $400 and something load. They go from India all the way down to Texas for $400 and something. And then when I do the math, I realize I'm spending $100 more in the fuel price, more than what the load paying.
Right.
So pay nobody at all. I'm spending $500, almost $600 in fuel when the load only paying $400. That don't make no sense at all. And then when I get the rate confirmation to look at it prematurely before I even actually do the math, but that was a no-brainer. I just wanted to see how stupid that they want to try me with that BS.
And then here's what's funny, Mr. Goodbar.
See what I'm saying?
When you some of these loads that they want to pay you pennies for, then you get to the place and they have something called a lumper fee. And this is for them to take their product off of your truck and break it down so it can go into their racks, right? They will pay that company to do that. They'll pay them $600-700 and don't even flinch when they only paid you $400 to get it there. Am I right, Mr. Goodbar?
You absolutely right. And sometimes I would say, let me unload the truck and let me bust down the pallets and count case for case or pallet for pallet. But it just gets too close to some of those receivers. Now, if it's like a dry load, hey, let's do this. Because all of that is coming out of my pocket because I'm not a regular truck driver anymore. I'm an independent contractor, which means the company who I'm driving for, I don't work for them, they work for me.
Right.
And then dispatcher want to get mad because I'm turning down the loads. I'm turning down the loads because I'm not a dummy. You sitting behind a freaking desk. I'm driving the truck.
They know what they're doing.
There's a dot that's moving across the street.
Yep.
Oh, they know what they're doing, good boy. They know what they're doing. And they ain't that. Not only that, the construction industry is coming back. I heard a lot of brothers getting, I'm in the construction field. And so, man, work is starting to open up, man. All types of clients are coming. And then my daughter, she has her own cleaning and custodial business. And she said, Dad, I can't even keep up with the work now.
That makes money too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So he getting them wetbacks out of here, so that open up the business for your daughter.
Yes, ma'am. So it's working in our favor for our women, and it's also working in our favor for the men. So if you're mad,
shout out to Trump. Shout out to Trump.
But
did you see the credit card rates? He's knocking down the credit card rates.
10%.
Who was that? Was that you, Shaq?
No, that was somebody else. I don't know who that was. Somebody else in the background.
I said.
Yeah, his volume low.
I said
low.
People want to protest this revenue coming back to our communities. How can you protest against that? It's crazy.
Insanity.
Sickness.
And he's also stopping a lot of these big companies like BlackRock from buying up all the mortgages.
Yeah, he just stopped that. Yep.
I will say this about Trump though, right? Trump would take if it sounds like it's a business move that you could profit off of. I will say just me sitting back, just me observing from on the outside, because a lot of brothers have put Trump on some business game, and I'm seeing him implement these. Brother Herman Cain, I didn't know nothing about him. One of the brilliant minds that was hidden from us that we didn't know. Yeah. He came up with the concept of the 9%, the 999. Y'all was familiar with that policy he wanted to come up with for us
I remember that. Right.
This seemed like that's what Trump implemented.
He talking about the pizza man that died from the Big C.
Yeah. But
he owned a piece. Yeah.
Remember, he was the head of the Federal Reserve in Kansas City, though. He was on the board. He was a brilliant.
Right. Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, he passed away. Yeah, you're sure right. From the Big
C,
he
had real quick?
Yeah.
I want to say to anybody that's pursuing a career that they are just stepping their foot into it, not just truck driving, not just nursing, not just construction or brokerage or real estate or anything. Don't just get in the game and just accept anything. Kind of do your homework and do research, questions on people that's already in the field, and ask them their do's and don'ts, and don't just get in there because you're not used to money or not used to seeing money like that. But numbers don't lie, and once everything is broken down and makes sense, you will realize why certain industries is not where they need to be, that they're trying to get them back to where they should be. Like, I kind of blame these new drivers out there, people that's just getting out of trucking school. They're willing to accept any and everything that comes across the board, whether they're ICs or company drivers. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, how in the world would they send something like that across the board like that? And I'm looking at the distance as far as the first thing. I'm like, $400 and something to go way down to Texas. And that's pretty much like an hour away from where you at, Brother Shaq. I was trying to call you up earlier to see like exactly how far you was when they tried me with that. But then I was looking at the rate come. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. I'm like, I'm going to deny this load. But before I denied that load, they took it off the board and thought that they would erase it. But it didn't erase on my end, because once it hits the airwaves and it comes to my tablet, I can still see the message. And I told myself, as soon as I shut down today, I got to go live on this one. I'm not going to erase this video. I'm going to save it. I'm not going to modify it and edit it. I'm going to just hit the record button and I'm going to let it rip. And some of these truckers out here that's with the fugazi and the shenanigans and trying to scheme and stuff like that, I'm not with it. I'm here to tell the truth, and I ain't talking about selling secrets and giving them the game and stuff. I'm gonna tell it how it is.
That's right.
Cause they didn't want their son or daughter, niece or nephew, or their cousin to go for the okie doke. So why would they, let somebody else go for it?
Right. Because so many people, they put this old shiny, bright trucking image out there when
like
they
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, and they running all these old cheap behind loads, and then they get a good one here and there, and then they want to post, I made 8,000 this week. Well, how many miles did you do?
That's not your net.
Right. And so one thing about trucking, you gotta think about a lot of stuff. Your fuel, your doggone maintenance costs,
insurance.
So your overhead is high. Yeah, you make good money, but your overhead is high too. So you have to pay attention. And so these people get online and they post all this stuff, but they not giving you the total picture. And like brother was saying,
yes sir,
it's not right. You don't do that. You got to give people the whole picture, because otherwise they're gonna rush into an industry that's one of the most cutthroat industries in America. I think everybody knows somebody who done got in trucking and done lost everything, or done lost a whole lot.
Lost their rig and all. Probably lost their seat.
Really?
Lost
what?
Oh yeah.
Still in the
like that?
Everything. You know what? Think about y'all do me a favor. Just think about. Real
get me a plane ticket or ticket to go home.
Here's what's funny. Y'all think about something I just told y'all about, and you tell me, do it make sense to you? I load my truck at whatever shipper, right? I get my truck loaded. I do my drive, and I drive however many miles. We'll say 1,000 miles. So I drive from Florida to Texas. I get there, and then somebody unloads my truck at the place I'm supposed to be delivering it to. Think about what I said, y'all. I drove the truck from Florida to Texas, and now I'm where I'm supposed to be.
But now I gotta pay the person who bought this product. I gotta pay him money to break it down. That don't make sense. It's not my fault that you wanted one truck instead of 3. See, because if they would have broke it down at the shipper, it would have took 3 trucks to carry that same load or 2. But y'all don't want to pay that. Right.
I
It
said,
makes no sense.
I got to pay you to bust it down.
Right. That what? So that tells you right there how gangster trucking is, because they have rules that make absolutely 0 sense.
Let me ask you a question that's not a trucker, because y'all using language that people might not be familiar. They may listen back. When y'all say bust it down, explain what busting it down means in trucking.
Busting it down.
Okay.
It down, I mean, you might have 22 pallets on a trailer with hypothetically 50 cases on that pallet with different products from the front of the trailer to the back. So when it gets to Walmart or when it gets to Publix or whatever, when those pallets come off that trailer, they got to take 20 cases of this beef and they got to put it on another pallet with 20 cases of chicken and go from there. They got to bust it down. Because when you bust it down off of that truck, it might have to go on another truck to go to an individual store or multiple stores.
So you're sorting it.
Right.
Yes.
So there's multiple loads on one truck that they got to sort out, like y'all saying, bust it down and sort it out.
Right.
You got
right.
I got it.
And sometimes it can be the same product. And the only difference is that product, we'll say, is eight high, right? But when they grab it with the forklift, their shelves are only 4 high. So they have to break that pallet down that one pallet into 2, because that way it can fit into their shelving system to store the product. But they charge the driver for all of this.
The transporter.
The person who who's getting paid to transport it from Florida to Texas.
And not the buyer to the receiver.
Exactly. So that is what we're saying about how the trucking industry is very cutthroat. It's very shisty, because they create these systems like that, and then you have to follow them. Because if I don't get it off the truck, I don't get paid. So that's the kind of game that go on that they
We
don't
need to
talk
do
about.
a whole show on. We should start, Brother Juice. No, I'm just saying we should do shows on. I think Shaq and Stice used to do. What is it? Working Man. What was it, Shaq? Working Man.
Working Man Blues segment.
Yeah, work. Yeah, because people need to know, and I'm just saying what they saying, and because I'm intrigued about everything they saying. I'm like, what? You know, it really sparks your attention. So young men out here lost who don't know what they want to do. You know, that's a good industry to get in, and you all can, maybe they can use advice to teach y'all to not take certain loads, and know when a dispatcher, not putting you in the best situation, because we of course have known truckers who've been even taken out on the road with these sundown towns. And then I would just segue into what I just dealt with. I've been ripping and running with my family member that had a massive stroke, and he only 44, about the subpar nursing care he's been receiving since he's been there January 3rd. Every day it was something with the poor nursing care up there, to the fact that I had to get in contact with their administration, and I have to call the Texas Department of Health and Human Services, J-Code, or Texas Board of Nursing. So even helping families to navigate, the care that their family members should be receiving from the doctors, the nurses, because y'all would be surprised. You look up how deaths work. A lot of them occur in the what? Hospital.
Yep.
Deaths that happen on the cruises. Now that's big headache. If you know anything about it.
What is it?
What happened?
Brother Good Boy? What happened?
Say
what?
that again.
About deaths that happen on cruises and how they deal with the deceased and the investigation of how they died and stuff like that.
Oh well, we know all that.
You talking about vacation and cruising? Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, well. Remember, those are a lot of those are premeditated murders anyway. They bring their significant other on a cruise or a vacation to body them out. Cause think about it, the rules are different because you're not on the rules and regulations in the United States if you're in the Caribbean island, correct? If you in Mexico, right? You on maritime
waters,
right? Yep. Those rules are different, so that's why a lot of people get away with those murders. Now, some of them don't get too far away because if it's dealing with them cashing in on a large insurance policy, well, guess what? A lot of those cases have been solved by insurance investigators. They do better than the police.
That's why they always say black people, we need those expensive policies because they hire those lawyers and they're gonna find out exactly how you die, and they're not gonna play with law enforcement.
They will not pay you out. No.
Yeah,
I know what that means, Dr. Juice. I know what that means.
That's a great thing. That
we know what that means. Listen, hey. Hey, hold up. I don't know what that comes from. Hey, it must be time. I must have got it automatically set on. Okay. It was automatically set. Yeah, it's got that time. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to end on that note. But talk about Throwback Thursday. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. You loud and clear.
We hear you.
Thank God it's Friday.
Hey, talk about Throwback Thursday. Y'all remember on the cruise lines? Y'all remember where they told us that the cook came in on the cruise? Remember that? They had the people on the boat and they couldn't the damn cruise, and people was on the boat for about a week. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they was stuck out to sea. Yeah.
Throwback Thursday. Hey, y'all hit that QR code. Hit that QR code. Yeah. We're gonna wrap it up this time. All right, man. Enjoy it, everybody.
Salute
Free
everybody.
Man Friday. Make sure y'all hit the share like button. We out.